Thank you very much for joining me today. Warm welcome to you all. We're going to talk about the Asia Cup and the hosting of the event and the decision to award some matches to Pakistan and the rest will be played in Sri Lanka. Now, the Pakistan Cricket Board Chairman, Najim Sethi, has been quite bullish about the fact that Pakistan has got 4 matches being allocated to them, and he's called it a victory regarding the event. So initially, Pakistan was supposed to be the outright hosts. All the matches were supposed to be held in Pakistan. But ultimately, as I say, only 4 out of 13 matches are going to be held in the country, with 9 matches being held in Sri Lanka. The BCCI, as expected, has said that their government will not allow the Indian team to travel to Pakistan. I think everybody knew that that would be the situation. And according to the Pakistan Cricket Board, the problem seemed to be that some of the other nations wanted the tournament to be held outright in Sri Lanka or one of the other countries and not Pakistan. So this was the ongoing discussions, the ongoing problems, the uphill battle that the Pakistan Cricket Board has been facing insofar as they didn't want to lose the hosting of the tournament and they wanted some matches to be played in the country. So when we look at it in further detail, yes, we can see that 4 matches are going to be held in Pakistan, but they have lost 9 matches. So out of the 13, 9 have gone. Yes, you can say that 4 out of 13 is a victory of sorts, but I wouldn't call it an outright victory. Now, the added complication is that the scheduling hasn't been announced. So you're going to have 4 matches, of which Pakistan will play some of their matches at home, and obviously the rest of their matches will then be played in Sri Lanka. Ultimately, it could be a situation where Pakistan play India 3 times in the tournament. So that could be in the initial groups where you have 2 groups of 3 teams, and then you have a Super 4 stage, which is the second stage of the tournament where all 4 teams play against each other, and then you've got the final. So ultimately, Pakistan versus India could happen 3 times in this tournament, none of which will be played in Pakistan. They'll all be played in Sri Lanka, which is a hammer blow for the Pakistan Cricket Board. But I think it's one that they were expecting. There was no way they could have been expecting the Indian team to be allowed to travel to Pakistan. I think where Pakistan has lost out really is the number of matches in the country. I think if 6 or 7 matches had been allocated to Pakistan with some of the other matches held in Sri Lanka, you could say, yeah, fair enough. Or even at a push, if all the other matches had been held in Pakistan apart from India's matches, then you could say that that was a victory. I don't think 4 out of 13 is a victory. Najim Sethi Saab has said that it was due to the scheduling, the travelling, that only 4 matches could be held in Pakistan. So that will most likely be the first 4 matches, and then the tournament shifts to Sri Lanka. The final, as I say, Sri Lanka has got the final. They'll have the 3 big matches, Pakistan versus India, held in Sri Lanka as well. So Pakistan's lost out there. The World Cup. Now, how is this linked to the Asia Cup? With the Indian government saying that the Indian team cannot travel to Pakistan, what will happen regarding Pakistan travelling to India for the World Cup? As things currently stand, Najim Sethi Saab says it'll be a government decision to decide whether the Pakistan team is allowed to travel to India or not for the World Cup. But let's be honest about it. The wording of the press release and the, how can I put it, some of the suggestions that are coming out from Pakistan cricket is that, of course, Pakistan team will travel to India. There's no way they will boycott the tournament, which, yeah, you could say is a little bit weak insofar as they're allowing India to carry on playing the Asia Cup without traveling to Pakistan, but Pakistan will more than likely travel to India and still play in the World Cup, despite India not returning the favour. Future tournaments as well. This is another thing that needs looking at. You've got India now refusing to travel to Pakistan. You might get other countries, next Champions Trophy, which is due to be held in Pakistan in a couple of years. You might have the same situation again. Hang on, if India can do it, then we can do it. You might get other cricket boards saying, well, actually, we don't want to travel to Pakistan. can we have our matches in UAE or Sri Lanka or Bangladesh? Pakistan Cricket Board has done it once. They'll have to do it again then, won't they? Because those nations or those boards will say, well, hang on, you're doing this for the BCCI. Why can't you do it for us? This is a slightly dangerous precedent that the Pakistan Cricket Board is allowing the BCCI to really monopolise them. The biggest problem the Pakistan Cricket Board faces at the moment is that the other boards are behind the BCCI. That's where the money is. That's where the power is. The likes of Afghanistan Cricket Board, Sri Lanka Cricket, Bangladesh Cricket Board, they are just bag carriers for the BCCI. If BCCI says jump, those guys will say how high. They won't refuse to jump. They'll say how many times do you want us to jump and how high do you want to jump. That's where the money is. They are there with them wanting series from the BCCI. They want to play against India. That's where the broadcasters are. That's where they make money. You know, they want that reassurance and that support from the BCCI so that they back those. There's no way, if it came to a decision for these Asian boards to decide between the BCCI and the PCB, that they will back the PCB. Not a chance of that. Tough situation for the Pakistan Cricket Board. Najam Sethi has said that eyeballs, the money, the broadcasters, they're all Indian based. So that's where the the heart of cricket is at the moment. And this is why the Pakistan Cricket Board is struggling to convince other nations to get behind them and support them, rather than just not allowing the BCCI to monopolise Asian cricket and indeed world cricket. So looking ahead, was it a victory? I would say not an outright victory. Was it a loss? I wouldn't say a total loss, because there are still some matches in Pakistan. However, I don't think the Pakistan Cricket Board has got any right to be bullish or right to be saying that this is a victory. This is, this is good for the future of Pakistan cricket, in that we've got 4 matches out of 13. What is actually happening here is that they could cause problems for themselves in future by only allowing certain teams to travel to Pakistan, because, as I said before, the Champions Trophy, you might have the same situation again. Pakistan Cricket Board, is it the Pushover Cricket Board or is it the Persuasive Cricket Board? Well, only time will tell, and I'm sure you've got an opinion on this. At this moment in time, Pakistan Cricket Board faces a tough few years up until the Champions Trophy. They also face a tough decision regarding the World Cup. Ultimately, it will be the Pakistan government, whoever they are, and they'll make the decision whether the team will travel to India or not. But I'd like to see that the Pakistan Cricket Board and the Pakistan government, a little bit tough, have a backbone. And if the Indian team won't travel to Pakistan, then, don't be a pushover. Don't just say, yeah, we'll travel to India. Go. If you want to go there, then there's got to be some reassurances from the BCCI regarding the Champions Trophy and travelling to Pakistan. So my advice to the Pakistan Cricket Board would be to only go there to India if you can get some sort of written reassurances from the BCCI that they will travel to the Champions Trophy in Pakistan in return. Thank you very much for watching.